Okay, picking up where we left off. So you're back. Looks like you don't know how to have fun either.
Really? I thought I maintained a pretty good work-life balance.
I wasn't talking about you. Welcome back, Mina and Shiyun. I go out of my way to give you guys a break, and you still manage to mess things up. A violation jurisdiction. I'm not even surprised about this sort of thing anymore. Let's say you didn't know better, Mina, but Shiyun, you could have stopped her.
That's not fair, ma'am. I tried my best to persuade her.
According to Coffin Company regulations, you're only allowed to invoke that argument when you got results to show for it. Don't forget that. That's enough lecturing for now. For better or worse, the task force that has jurisdiction over there seems too preoccupied to press charges on this matter.
I see. I had a feeling that would be the case.
Just moments ago, the administration officially issued a global emergency alert. The mysterious ships you two saw appear all over the world. Not only did multiple COs accompany those ships, but we're also seeing acute cases of corruption syndrome with unknown causes.
Do we have any other intel on those ships?
It's not clear, but current estimates say that they may be the lost ships the replacers managed to procure. But that's the least of our worries right now. The real problem is, it's impossible to completely destroy the lost ships, which are likely causing the current phenomena. What? As you two saw, the ships are capable of restoring themselves even if you destroy them physically. Currently, there are no known means of preventing this. For now, they say the phenomena pauses while the lost ships remain destroyed. So they have to re-attack the ships whenever they are restored. Of course, this is only a temporary solution. Yeah, that sucks. To make matters worse, we have replacer troops and officers waging guerrilla warfare to exploit our weakest spots.
So they managed to divide and conquer while keeping us separated. I guess it couldn't get any worse than this.
Unfortunately, it is exactly as you put it, Shiyun. According to reports, the areas affected by the lost ship phenomenon grow larger with time. Based on calculations, in about 3 months, about 97% of all land masses excluding the polar areas will be affected. The CSE levels haven't been changing though. The corruption seems to selectively target humans only, so any existing protocols to subdue the counterside effects are now useless. Giggity. The administration has ordered the full mobilization of all task force, licensed or not. The mobilized troops are being committed to missions for destroying lost ships in their respective jurisdictions over and over again. That sucks. When does it end?
It doesn't.
You'll never be able to use PTO.
No PTO for you guys.
Although this isn't a permanent solution, slowing down the spread is the important thing right now. So is this where we're headed? No. Why not? Because this company has already sold off all of its jurisdiction rights a long time ago. I had a feeling that was the case. Now there are jointly managed jurisdictions out there, but they're probably already packed with other teams. So instead, we'll be carrying out a rather special request from a client. A client request? In this mess? Let's just say even the administration would have to respect this client's wishes. I can't be certain, but we just might find a lead on how to solve this entire incident. Oh my, look at the time. 2 assets will be standing by at the designated coordinates to assist our mission. I'll fill you in on the details once you've made contact with them. Roll out then. By the way, purification is pretty much at a standstill as the other task force units are all preoccupied. You'll likely run into COs when passing through areas with high CSE levels, so stay on your toes. 2 assets? Who? Who am I gonna meet?
You done, Master? The VP did give us a heads up, but I guess things are pretty serious considering the surge in CO count. I hope those assets are still in one piece.
Shiyun,
Yes, Master?
let me ask you something. The hostile you said you encountered, was it really the dead replacer officer?
Oh, that? Yeah, it seemed like it at the time. Of course, what we saw might not be everything.
I see.
Fascinating, huh? They can bring back people from the dead like that. I bet even the old administration didn't have that sort of technology despite all the hype. Or maybe. Could this be from that mysterious substance they extracted from Mina? The Cliffoth factor or whatever?
Or whatever.
Or whatever. Come to think of it, a similar thing happened when I met you for the first time. For instance, what happened to my parents?
Ju Shiyun. Huh? What are you two chatting about?
Oh, Mina. Are you all done too?
I am, but what's going on here? Did you two get into a fight?
Of course not. I'm not stupid enough to get myself killed like that. I was just trying to reassure the master because she was so worried about you.
Worried? About what?
Well, because it seems that you're going to have to fight what appears to be Replacer Bishop. Although that hardly makes a difference for us, you have a special history with her, don't you? So I'm sure that the master is worried about that.
Don't worry. Dead people can't come back to life. You said it yourself. That thing isn't Nare. I get it too, you know. Good. What brings you here anyways? Got something to report? Oh well. I think I found those assets they were talking about. Is that so? We better meet then. Where are they? Well, it looks like they brought along some unwelcome company. You maniac, slow down a bit. You're going to get us killed. Ha ha ha, it's fine. We're not gonna die. I think. You think? What the heck is that supposed to mean? I said don't worry, that thing got airbags, right? Only in the driver's seat. It's gonna be fine. You probably don't need that anyway since you're a countermajor. You serious? Don't be ridiculous. Uh-oh, the breakers aren't working. I'm gonna go ahead and hop out first. Hope you make it out alive too. Bye. Wait. Who the heck is that? Black cultist?
Bullseye, did we get them? No, they jumped off before the explosion. Those filthy infidels, they just won't die, will they? Those vile Austrian devil dared to defy the name of the prophet. They must be executed at once. Those impudent sows dared step foot on our Magellan's prediction society. If they live, they shall die, and in death, they shall descend into the abyss. Oh my god, they're crazy.
Are these religious people? Did we make it? Ha ha ha, see? I told you we're not gonna die. This is the 7th time you crashed the car. Has it ever occurred to you that you're just burning taxpayers' money? It's fine, no worries. You're the one who has to answer to the commissioner. It's the ranking officer's job to report back to the chain of command after all. That is so rude. I'm just filing in as a tip here. You're the acting team director. Haha, you really shouldn't defer your responsibilities to your subordinates like that. Eek! Time out! Please do something, Major. This is why I don't work with you incompetents. Just stay out of my way and hide yourself. Are they crazy? They're shooting missiles right in the middle of the city.
I guess they do like to play it rough.
Hello, are you by any chance from Coffin Company? We are. Nice to meet you. I'm Lieutenant Kong Soyun from the police. Miss Cooper told me much about you. Y'all seem like the amazing counters she described you to be. Is that right? This wasn't exactly what I had in mind. I thought we'd be having a polite conversation in a quiet tea house or something. I've never imagined I'll be saying hello on the street where maniacs are blasting away with machine guns. Oh yeah, it's a long story.
Who in the abyss are they? Task Force Company, they're mercenary counters. I thought the prophet said that they'd be too preoccupied with other affairs to appear. What should we do? Should we flee?
He has
Be
a bag.
still, still, do not dismay. We have the divine beast the prophet has bestowed upon us.
It says sack cultist.
Oh my god, sack cultist.
He has a
He's too
sack on his
strong.
head.
All right, we got the divine beast. Oh, divine beast of Great Magellan, protect us. Cleanse the earth of these infidels with the power of our faith. Meh. Charge!
Yeah.
Wow. They even brought a heavy CO, huh? They're better at this than I thought.
I guess that long story will have to wait. Let's take care of those bastards first. Sack cultists.
Kill the sack cultists.
Where are they?
They're coming.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look how
Oh my
crazy
god,
it
they
is.
look so lame.
No. Lunch sack guy is their leader, I guess. Unbelievable. Yeah. Please let us introduce ourselves properly again. I've been temporarily assigned the police SWAT 4, the counter superpowered crimes team directly subordinate to the police headquarters. I'm Major Lee Yumi. And I'm Kong Soo-young. Wow, so is this the ride for professional counters like you? It's huge! Lieutenant Kong, please behave yourself. Try to present yourself with the gravity fitting of a police officer who's vowed to protect and serve. Haha, don't be the fun police too, Major. We ought to be more approachable for the citizens. But you keep getting all that gray hair because you're always so tightly wound up. What are you talking about? I don't have gray hair. Oh, there you go stressing out again. Take a chill pill. Why, you little? Show the assets. Are the police? No offense, but I'm not sure if ordinary cops have what it takes to fight COs or their placers. This isn't a typical crime scene. Offense taken. We're no ordinary police. Police SWAT 4 handles crimes committed by superpowered individuals. Specifically, the organization who established to tackle crimes related to counters or Eternium. Is that right? Sorry, I didn't know. Haha, it's fine, no worries. That's what it says on paper. In reality, we're basically for just show. We're virtually no track record. We hardly get any real support from the force either. That kind of sucks. Lieutenant, that's highly inappropriate. But it's true, isn't it? I was the only permanent member on the team for over a year until you showed up. The only other time I had another teammate was when Sergeant Park from traffic control stuck around for 2 months before his retirement. Oh, I guess Bona from admin also worked in the office temporarily to help me out with our annual report. Please stop ruining the police's reputation like that, Lieutenant Kong. Aw, I think you're just blowing this out of proportion, ma'am. Ha. Everyone knows about this already anyways. I mean, they expect us regular folks to apprehend counter criminals just because we come from a department with a fancy name. That's nonsense. It's that attitude of yours that's ruining our reputation. Regular folks, but she looks like a counter. Oh, Major Lee was only recently assigned to Police SWAT 4 after special recruitment. I see, but a major? I'm not too familiar with police ranks, but isn't that pretty high up? She doesn't look much older than me. Is she one of those super fast-track elites? Something like that. It's not every day that counters apply for the police force. There's plenty of job opportunities out there with better pay and perks than this crappy job. It'd be like that. But Major Lee volunteered for the force, making her extra special. That's why the top brass tried to keep her by putting her in chains. I mean, putting her high up in the chain of command. Oh no! Of course, she's still a temp because she's a minor. You still going on about that? I told you, I don't care about perks or ranks. You may say so, but the leadership has every reason to be concerned. It's been ages since we had a counter on the force. Nobody would want to be responsible for someone like you leaving us so soon. Like I said, I'm not interested in titles or thinking about leaving. It's because you're a minor, that's why.
She has no bills yet.
Yeah, when you're adult, oh man. You start to think about leaving a lot. The only thing I care about is bringing it into crimes committed by counters. She's so innocent.
So passionate.
So passionate. If we leave that to incompetents like you, who knows what would happen to this city? The thought of it makes me nauseous. Sure, whatever you say, Major. Sounds complicated. Haha, there's always red tape in government organizations, am I right? Done chatting? I'd like to speak with the client now if you don't mind. Understood. We'll put you through to Miss Cooper then. Hi. Long time no see, coffiners.
I'm glad to see you've been doing well too.
Does it look like I'm doing well? This video feed must be faulty. I've got bags under my eyes so big I could probably fit my groceries in there. I must say I'm a bit surprised. You went on about trust or whatever last time as if you never reach out to us again. Did I? I'm not sure I remember. Anyways, I'm sure I can put some trivial misunderstanding like that aside in an emergency like this. How shameless. It's too bad, really. I'm sure that old lady would have understood. Speaking of which, where's that lady? I don't see her over there. Regrettably, Vice President Lee is standing by at HQ. I'll tell her you said hi. More importantly, what's the status on the intel we requested? Did you find anything? Well, about that, we did find something. We called in every favor stacked up with the State Department to search through all the cases across the world. But are you sure this intel will help you solve this case? It makes an interesting read, but it doesn't seem particularly relevant. Well, we'll have to see about that. I hate to rush you, but the situation doesn't look so good right now. According to our field teams, the lost ships are getting more powerful each time they are restored. At this rate, they might reach a threshold where they become virtually indestructible soon. All that while we still got to deal with those replacers that keep popping out of nowhere. The economic impact is much more severe. With every task force mobilized in support of destroying the lost ships, Eternium supply has plummeted. Considering the impact Eternium has on the world economy, we might be headed for global depression. We're trying to keep the information contained, but the stock market's been getting jumpy already, so who knows how long we can keep that going. Things are really that bad? Well, duh! I'd kiss the devil's ass if it can mean we make all this go away. It's that bad. Wow, Kyle makes his appearance.
Goofing off against Sylvia.
Kyle, when did you get back?
5 minutes and 16 seconds ago. You never fail to surprise me, loafing on the phone despite the cataclysmic situation out there. Like I always say, you youngsters these days are up to no good. When will you ever grow up?
Wait, are you not 16, Kyle?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know, man. Kyle looks like a kid, man.
I know. He looks like the youngest one here. What? Hey, don't be ridiculous. You're even younger than me. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, what?
That does not justify your abhorrent behavior. Now please, move out at once. The mission is a go. You've got 20 seconds.
Again? I just got back half an hour ago.
It's straight from Lieutenant General. The lost ship in New York just completed its regeneration. And you got 14 seconds now.
Oh, he's an asshole, huh? Why, you little son of a... Beep, beep, beep.
They're just like, sheesh.
Hear that? I gotta run. But don't forget, my dear coffineers. I pulled every string there is to pull to get you this intel since you said it might help. I'm grasping at straws here. Coffin Company's the only task force that has the slightest idea of what's going on and capable of handling replace their officers if it comes to that. So do whatever you must, no matter the risk. You've got to find their hideout and resolve this at once and for all. Got that? You must, no matter what. We'll try. Don't just try. Bring me results.
5 seconds. I'm ending your call now.
Wait, hey! You little beep, beep, beep! Oh no. It's so good.
There's so many dynamic duos in this episode.
I know. So many characters that I love now. Sounds like things are pretty bad over there, too.
I bet. Their jurisdiction is far more extensive than what we usually deal with. By the way, Master, what is it you're looking for that you enlisted Sylvia's assistance?
Oh, I can explain that. A few hours ago, right after the Counterside effect began, we got word through diplomatic channels that Miss Cooper requested a search of certain supernatural incidents. They even reached out to our office, and it just so happened that we were working on a similar case. What incidents was she searching for exactly? Resurrection. What? Specifically, the mass resurrection of ordinary non-counter folks that occurred within the past 2 years, or other records on similar supernatural regeneration short of outright resurrection.
Oh, so did you find anything?
There's this drug that's been spreading rapidly through black market for about a year now. It's called Elixir. We're not exactly sure how it's made, but we estimate that it's a type of psychotropic substance with an eternium base, also known as a counter drug. What's interesting is that unlike other counter drugs, Elixir has been popular among not only the usual addicts, but also mercenaries. Once administered, the drug not only grants physical capabilities that rival those of counters, but also allows the subjects to miraculously recover from fatal wounds. Although it hasn't been officially vetted yet, there are testimonies of people administered with Elixir coming back to life after they've been pronounced dead. What? Is that even possible?
Think about it rationally, Mina. There's no way a dead person can come back to life. If they did, they must not have died in the first place. Or whatever came back to life is an entirely different person than before.
I know, but still. Yes, rationally it doesn't seem to make any sense, but I'm sure the prospect sounded very appealing to mercenaries who put their lives on the line. Even if the tales of resurrection turned out to be false, the enhancement of physical abilities and boosted regeneration are true after all.
So in essence, you get a spare life. But I get a feeling that that's not the full story. Aren't there any side effects?
Of course there are. Repeated use can lead to mania or overstimulation of the regenerative capabilities, which turns you into a monstrous lump of tumors. Ew. What annoys me the most are non-powered incompetents who think they've suddenly become some sort of superheroes. What's that about? I guess the correct term here would be supervillains. Since the mass distribution of Elixir, we saw a spike in crimes committed by ordinary people abusing the drug. Under the pretense of stopping crimes committed by Elixir users, other people began taking Elixir to fight them. Oh no, that's an awful idea. Whose idea was that? The whole situation's been a total mess, really. Because of all that, I wouldn't be exaggerating if I said most of our work has been investigating Elixir-related cases. Those junkies don't even understand the dangers of wielding power. All they've been doing is harassing the innocent. I couldn't possibly let such crimes go unpunished. There, take it down a notch, Major. So yeah, that's the sort of thing we've been trying to stop. So what do you think? Is this the sort of intel you wanted? Interesting. I'd like to hear more details about this. Do you have anything on who made the elixir? It's been quite tricky trying to pinpoint the manufacturer since the entire distribution network is compromised of discrete dealers and middlemen. But yeah, we eventually found a lead. According to our intel, a religious cult known as Magellan's Prediction Society has been producing elixir. Magellan's Prediction Society? Sounds familiar. You mean those bastards who were after you earlier? That's right. They may sound like a fanatic cult, but they are basically a paramilitary organization with firearms as well as followers enhanced with elixir. Ah, that's annoying. And recently they somehow managed to tame corrupted objects to boost their security. At this rate, even a police SWAT team doesn't have the firepower to take these guys down. Originally, the plan was to partner up with other task force and put them out of commission.
But then this happened.
I'm afraid so. All the task force are preoccupied somewhere else now. Worse yet, we must have made them uneasy when we arrested one of their officers. Those bastards were brazen enough to attack us outright, like just now.
Haha, so you decided to take advantage of the situation and lure them here. You wanted us to get involved without a choice.
Haha, of course not. It's merely a coincidence. But since you got business with the Magellan Prediction Society, it could benefit us both if you could round them up.
Haha, wow, that's quite shameless of you.
Haha, oh, you far too kind.
Haha.
Haha. You know what? Sometimes I begin to think it takes real talent to offend people with such an innocent smile. Agreed. Alright then, we'll lead you to Magellan's Prediction Society headquarters. And this is how I felt about when we were watching My Hero and that just trash-ass society came out of nowhere. And I was just like, what? These people are important? Like, look how trash they look, but they're actually pivotal in the storyline.
Yeah, amazing.
I love it. Don't just stand there dozing off like that. These guys may seem like nothing more than fanatics, but they can control COs. If you keep spacing out like that, you'll be dead sooner or later.
I was just curious about something.
Curious about what?
I'm not sure. Would you answer me if I asked? You always go mute whenever things get difficult. Then again, I'm in no place to judge.
You.
Looks like everyone bailed on us now, so I'll prepare for our next movement.
Ask your question. I need to know. Huh? What are you guys talking about? The commander has this awful look on her face.
Mina?
Huh? Why are you acting so serious all of a sudden?
Have you ever wondered why we ended up coming here?
Where did that come from?
Lieutenant Kang came here per Sylvia's request. And Sylvia sought out Lieutenant per Master's request. But how did Master know that the elixir had something to do with this case?
Well, I guess that does seem rather curious, but we can't be sure there's a connection there, can we? I mean, I wouldn't know, but it might just be nothing.
No. You might not know this since you've only met Master recently, but I'm very well aware of how she operates. The Master never does anything without a reason. She hasn't been straightforward lately, in order to ward off any unwanted suspicion. But I bet the Master is well aware of who is behind this, and the connection between the lost ship and elixir.
But that just sounds like wonky conspiracy theory to me. You make it sound as if the commander's the real mastermind behind all this.
Of course not, that would be a stretch. But I do have one hypothesis. Remember what they said about how elixir can heal people with critical wounds?
So?
Doesn't that sound familiar? Like your friend, for instance? AKA the Replacer Bishop? One thing is clear. Elixir must have something to do with the Replacer.
Of course. What do you mean, but?
Mina.
What now?
I'm very interested in you.
What are you talking about?
Creep.
Yeah.
That's because Master is very interested in you.
What the heck is going on through your head? I can never figure you out.
I know. Maybe I'm confused as well. I'm not quite sure what I'm thinking either. But I do want to make one thing clear. I may seem like a very secretive person to you, but the person with lots of secrets is actually the Master. I mean, from experience, when I say the more you try to hide the truth, the thornier it gets when you're about to step on it. I just hope you're not getting pricked by those thorns. Ah, we can't stop them. Ah. What the heck? What about the Divine Beast? The Divine Beast, what's it doing? The Divine Beast has been sliced in half. Ah. By that little kid. That angry little kid. Who the heck are they? They just appeared out of nowhere. Do not be dismayed. The prophet will surely grant us a miracle. We must overcome these tribulations through unwavering faith.
They say as they hold massive guns.
CULTIST, you're right. We must sing a hymn. Yes, that's the answer.
A hymn, not the guns you're holding, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we're the brethren of Magellan, chosen by the prophecy.
'Tis the new world we shall dwell in, for we're the new humanity. Have they caught on to this place already? That was sooner than expected. No, it was certainly within the range of my estimation. More importantly, have you completed the collection of the refined replacer factors? Of course, this is the last batch. Good, this should be enough to operate the Counterside system core. As planned, take the replacer factor and leave this place at once. What should I do about the factor culture mediums? Do as you please. They are of little use to us now, but they should buy us some time if you unleash them against the enemy. What are you waiting for? Was there something else you wish to say? I'm not content with the last-minute changes in the plan. Combat operations are under my purview, as I'm responsible for safeguarding the system. So why am I retreating while an arbiter like you is facing them? I believe we have already discussed this matter. It is because I am functionally better suited to accomplish the next objective. Is that really the only reason? Because I think enough. As you have stated, I am the arbiter here. I will not tolerate insubordination. Understood.
My angels, my angels. Oh, angels of the new world, you yet dwell within our presence here.
What is it, prophet?
The vile infidels are infiltrating the temple. We cannot stop them, even with the divine beasts you bestowed upon us.
I am aware. This is why I shall take this matter into my own hands.
Thank you. However, there was something else
What is it? Speak your mind.
only mentioned this strictly as a contingency measure. But perhaps you could provide what you promised?
Very well. I don't see why not. Drugs? I knew it. This is the progressive factor we have promised you. Satisfied?
Oh, thank you. Finally, with this I can become an angel and gain eternal life. Huh?
Oh my god.
My arms, my body, they're swelling up.
Stupid.
But why?
Ew. Haven't I explained it to you already? The progressive factor will only couple with a natural fit. Otherwise, the recipient's body will undergo catastrophic metastasis. Regrettably, it appears there's no place in the new world for you.
But I'm the chosen prophet.
Ew!
No!
No.
Can't be!
Oh my god. Drum roll, please. It's the moment you've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. I present you our final destination, the headquarters of Magellan's Prediction Society. Lieutenant Kong, how many times do I have to tell you? Are you ever going to start behaving like a respectable public servant? Haha, what good would that do for an incompetent like me? Valorously striking down those treacherous villains in honor reserved for counters like you, ma'am? The best I can do now is cheer you guys from the rear like this. Don't be ridiculous. Use your gun, for gosh sake. Hiyun, do you see what I see?
Of course. I mean, I thought I knew what to expect from a cult like this. But this is well beyond my expectation. Where the heck did they even get a gunship like that?
He looks nasty. What the? Watch out, everyone. Those monsters are the products of overdosing elixir. Wait, that one's way too big even for those guys. That face, I've seen it in the database. Could it be Magellan the Prophet? But it can't be. Save that thought for later. Engage the hostiles. Yes, destroy that nastiness.
Ew.
He's a big blob.
It's a big slime.
Ew. It's literally that slime from before, but with his head on it. Ew.
Ew, just
Ew.
default. He starts crying.
Yeah, I like how he's crying. Match confirmed. This is Choi Dongpal, aka Magellan the Prophet. He's the de facto leader of the Magellan Prediction Society. But I don't know how he ended up like that. Maybe he's been taking those drugs they've been pushing. That's impossible. The Society's ranking officials have been monitoring themselves strictly in order to prevent side effects from the elixir. There's no way Magellan would be stupid enough to overdose on elixir when he knew the consequences. But there he is, looking like that. Well, yeah. But something's not quite right. Overdosing on elixir may turn you into a monster, but nothing like that. Plus, he's far more destructive than any other cases we've seen. There's something else going on here. Perhaps he used a new drug entirely different from the elixir. That's enough, Lieutenant. All your pointless conjecturing is never going to get you anywhere. Who cares what these stupid villains did to bring their own downfall? The important thing is that we take these guys out once and for all. Sure, whatever. What was that? That sarcastic tone. Are you patronizing me? Of course not. I would never dare defy a ranking officer like that. Haha. Ugh. We've hit an impasse.
I know, right? Our only source of intel is gone.
Hey, Lieutenant Kong, was it? Are there any survivors among the Society? Well... Aside from Magellan the Prophet, the Society was comprised mostly of ignorant followers and combat troopers. The only person who would know anything about the elixir recipe or the organization as a whole is Magellan the leader. I think SAC cultists might know.
Haha, that's got to be quite a lot to deal with. I guess he must have been one heck of an administrator. I suppose it takes brains to be successful con artists. So what's the plan now, Master? Highly unlikely we'll find anything here before we run out of time. Or did you have something else in mind?
Things aren't going quite according to plan, I presume. Who are you? You've slain the progressive factor collapser so easily. You exceeded my expectations. Indeed, going head to head with you would prove to be a risky endeavor, even for me. And who might you be? Considering the time of your appearance, are you the mastermind behind Magellan? Correct. Supplying the poor fool with elixir concentrate was one of my missions. Concentrate? I see. That's why we could never figure out the recipe, no matter how hard we investigated.
Mina, stay calm. You know, right?
It's fine, I know. Nari's dead. The dead don't come back to life. Nare? You must be referring to my source body. What? Source body? That's right. The hemo you refer to as Shin Nare provided the foundational data required for my construction. Knight and I have inherited our respective source genetic information, mutation factor, and memories.
You can inherit memories? Interesting.
What do you mean? You have Nare's memories? Then, are you the same person? No, I am not Shin Nare. I am the replacer bishop, regenerated by projecting the information into the progressive factors collected from her body. I am the arbiter of the system Terracide. Arbiter? Regenerated? What kind of gibberish is this? I don't understand any of this. Settle down, rookie. So you say you're the replacer, Bishop? What business do you have here with us? Your so-called prophet is dead. This would have been your perfect chance to cut loose ends, yet you went through the hassle of appearing before us. Does this mean you're looking for a fight? No. I surrender. What? Huh?
Eh?
What? What are you talking about, surrender? Now I'm really confused. It's exactly as it sounds. I have no intention to fight you. Even my source was defeated at your hands. There seems to be no profit in engaging in battle with such a predestined outcome. That's ridiculous. I have said all I have to say. Now, do with me as you please.
Haha, things sure get really interesting. So what's your call, Master?
Take her in for now. As for the following procedures, I'll discuss them with Suyan. Hang on, we'll come with you. You will? Why? It's obvious, isn't it? She's the mastermind behind the criminal organization we've been after all this time. We'll have the right to learn about what these people are up to. Very well, there's plenty of seats in the ship. But I cannot ensure you'll find what you're looking for. Is that still acceptable? Fine. They're really taking her in?
Yeah, they're taking her in.